Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kendra Eaglin.
And I'm Jonathan Athens. We begin our broadcast tonight with part 2 of our investigation into the City of Bozeman's password scandal. Bozeman City Commissioners received the results of their outside investigation late last week.
Documents we obtained by a public records request show the city was violating its own policy when it started asking potential employees 3 years ago to provide personal IDs and passwords.
Something didn't get vetted by the leadership team, and hindsight being 2020, everybody, certainly my office, HR, and legal, all wish this would have been vetted out before the policy was ever put into practice.
I was responsible for it. I did not have a conversation with folks who understood information technology.
Berg made the hiring policy apply to all potential hires.
I felt that it was one of many tools that we could use to make sure that the folks that we hired for the city possess the qualifications that were consistent with city employment and public service.
But some question whether the city stepped too far into private lives. News stories sparked widespread public criticism. One Montana native who's serving in Afghanistan wrote, "I know Bozeman is a college town, but what are you smoking? I'm sure the Taliban would ask its potential employees for Facebook passwords as well." Sean Golaher, a social media expert, wrote to City Manager Chris Kukulski, "The fact that you have the capacity to even dream up a policy like this is inconceivable. You are actually being made a mockery all over the web." Golaher said the city didn't understand social media internet sites like Facebook and MySpace, and he said the city didn't know what it was doing when it came up with this policy. And public records reinforce that claim and shows some city departments didn't understand hiring policies. Berg told the police department to, quote, "never again make a job offer or set a start date before Human Resources has reviewed the hiring recommendation." The police department had extended job offers to some candidates before the HR department got to review reference checks. In an email message on June 23rd, Berg wrote, "I will not, I say it again, will not take responsibility for the whole organization when I, or at least HR, hasn't had their advice heeded." But 3 hours later, she did just that, giving a tearful apology before commissioners. City commissioners set aside $10,000 to pay for an outside investigator to find out if a whistleblower's allegations are true. That person, an unnamed city employee, told commissioners providing passwords was not voluntary. The whistleblower said the city was also asking for private email and bank account information. The outside investigator has wrapped up her work.
Hopefully, we're going to find out, here in the next few weeks that nobody lied. Hopefully, we're going to find out that nobody misled anybody.
Commissioners are expected to make public the results of the investigation soon.
The city announced late this afternoon that it's going to post the investigator's report on its website tomorrow afternoon. City commissioners are slated to hold a public meeting on those findings on October 12th. You can watch this report and part 1 of our investigation online at ktvm.com.
A new law that